that you got the wrong people in your ship talking. But the question is, have you let Jesus use your ship for anything? There's the two boats sitting there. There's two ships sitting there, and Jesus steps into Simon's ship. Now, they were washing their nets, which means they were doing something in what they had to do. They're being productive, but he wants to promote them in another way. So now it says, and he entered into one of the ships, which was Simon's, and prayed him that he would thrust out a little from the land. And he sat down and taught the people out of the ship. He gets into Simon's ship and he distances himself so that he could teach. So he launches out a little bit and he removes himself so there's a little distance in between his divinity and their place on land. So Jesus moves out, but he's still teaching, and all of these people are out there. The estimated number was big, and they didn't have a Bose system. They didn't have PV system. They didn't have electro voice, but everybody heard Jesus talking. Which means that there wasn't nobody in the pew asking your neighbor about what happened on the news this morning, because you wouldn't have been able to hear Jesus because there ain't no speaker there. Ain't nobody talking about how loud or how soft he is. Everybody's ear is attentive to what Jesus is saying. So that means if there were a lot of people and Jesus is out on the boat, how did they all hear what Jesus was saying? That means that they were focused on his mouth. If you in here, you focus on the mouth of Jesus and not the way preachers can twist it up. I told y'all about where we at in ministry now, because a lot of preachers can try to twist this up. But now that's why you need to be like Bereans. And when the preacher says, this is what thus saith the Lord, you say, amen. I trust that you're a man of God, but let me double check it for myself. Do I got any double mint checkers up in the house? I don't care if it's me. I don't care if it's anybody on these front rows. You better start double checking. I'm not offended if you down in the book. That's how we created the monsters in ministry, because we get ignorant and we don't double check. Listen, I hope I'm not offending no Catholics, but I know with the Protestant Reformation, one of the theses was that we were not able to read the book. Only the priest was able to read the book. I'm not going to let nobody stand up in front of me when I got it in an iPad, an iPhone, on the internet. I got the book here. I got it in my back pocket. It's in my mama house. It's in my daddy house. It's everywhere. You better read it for yourself. Look at somebody, say, I'm checking. Do like this, say, I got my eye on you, pastor. Yeah. Y'all tell these preachers when they walk out, say, how you doing? Which means they were attentive to the mouth of Jesus. You ought to be reading the lips of Jesus as well as hearing the voice. God got it so close for us that it's a shame. Now, notice this here. He gets into one of them ships. And notice this, that Jesus gets into Simon's ship, and the sound of his voice is coming from the ship that he's in. I hope y'all see this. The sound of Jesus' voice, let's go audible now, is coming from the ship that is borrowed. The sound of the voice of Jesus is coming from Simon's ship. The old people say it like this, and I don't remember all the songs, but they say, this old building keeps on leaning, which means they identify themselves as a vessel. A vessel can be mobile or it can be positioned. So now if we look at the vessel that Simon Peter had, he's got Jesus in there, but Jesus is talking out of his vessel. Y'all ain't getting this yet. Which means you are a vessel for Jesus Christ. So one day you were sitting there idle, laid out on the water, and Jesus stepped up into your vessel. And now that he's in your vessel, the voice that's coming out of your vessel, Jesus has to be up in your ship at some point. And when people are listening, looking at your vessel, they're not hearing you, but they're hearing Jesus out of your vessel. I thought that was good. I need somebody to help me with this. I'm trying to make it plain. See, there's so many people that you got the wrong people in your ship talking. You got Mr. Doubtfire up in your ship talking. He's always firing enemies of doubt. Every time something come up, I don't think we can. Yes, we can. You got Sister Hateration talking out of your ship. Sister Hateration is in there. I don't think they should this. They think they cute. You got everybody talking out of your ship but Jesus. Listen what I'm trying to tell y'all. So Jesus is occupying Simon's ship. Everybody is looking at the ship and Jesus, but the sound is coming out of Simon's ship. Now, I'm eisegeting that, but I'm trying to tell y'all something. The fact of the matter is Jesus is in his ship and everybody's listening to that sound. But the question is, have you let Jesus use your ship for anything? Have you let Jesus use your ship for anything? When folk are gathering around you, are they gathering around you because you talking nonsense or because you saying what thus saith the Lord?